Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Karen Swenson.
And I'm Katie Moore. As the water rose in Lafitte during Hurricane Ida, so did the caskets.
Yeah, now loved ones are missing from their resting place and the Louisiana Cemetery Task Force is working to locate them.
Oh, it's a disaster now to see it the way it is, you know.
Near Norman Boyce's home in Lafitte.
It's the worst. This is the worst.
Graves from Adams Cemetery
You could see it swing in it.
have been lifted from their resting place.
Pretty much every time we get high water for storm, you know, most of the graves pop out, you know, and they got to put them back, you know, put them back in place. But it's been like that for years.
Across the bayou, his mother and brother are buried. He hasn't been able to check yet, but worries he could find the same there.
The water was just as high.
This photo from Google Maps shows what the cemetery normally looks like. Now, graves are on top of each other, leaning, and in some cases missing completely from the cemetery.
There's some here and there, under people's houses, backyards, front yards.
Even further south on Highway 45, Troy Bolotte has been helping his uncle clean out his home.
Ain't much more we can do other than just start cleaning up.
It's across the street from Coulon Cemetery, where a shed and a car have invaded the graves. One grave is completely on its side. Another landed across the street under a home.
Usually for a big storm like this, the water pressure, because the coffins are watertight, the water pushes them up. Because of that trapped air that's in it, they start floating after a while.
The water came up so high in this area that at least 15 or 20 caskets were removed from their resting place. The Louisiana Cemetery Task Force is now in the process of getting contractors to put them back.
You just got to identify them. I know in the past, some of them didn't have no name tags on them, so they had to open them up. And I think there's a name tag on the inside.
The entire process is difficult for families.
It is, because then you got to take them and find out where they was at.
Oh, yeah. Seeing your loved ones, you know, like that.
Loved ones missing from their final place of rest. In Lafitte, Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
So if you happen to find a casket out of place, contact the Louisiana Cemetery Task Force. They believe 4 cemeteries in Lafitte were impacted, along with 2 of them in Plaquemines Parish. And we have a number to contact them on our website.